Can every function have an inverse? Not quite. In this video, I'll show you how to find the inverse of y equals x squared minus 4x plus 3, including the important domain restrictions that many students forget. If you're studying functions, advanced functions, or preparing for an exam, this lesson will help you avoid one of the most common mistakes. And so to find the inverse, we have to switch the y to x and the x's to y. So we'll have x equals y squared minus 4y plus 3. And this is when the dilemma starts. Now, we're trying to solve again for y, but we have more than one y here. We have y squared and minus 4y. And the only way you'll be able to solve this is to think of completing the square. So the first thing, we'll move the positive 3 to the other side. We'll have x minus 3 equals y squared minus 4y. Now to complete the square for y squared minus 4y is to take the negative 4 divided by 2 and square it. So negative 4 divided by 2 is 2, and then when you square it, you get 4. And therefore, we have to add 4 to the right side, and whatever we do to the right side, we do to the left side. So basically, we add 4 to the x minus 3 as well. And now at this stage, what we'll do, we'll simplify the left side. So we'll have x plus 1. And now y squared minus 4y plus 4 is a perfect square trinomial, which factors into y minus 2 squared. So now we have x plus 1 equals y minus 2 squared. And we still have to solve for y. So how do we solve for y? We have to square root both sides to get rid of the square. And I end up with plus or minus square root of x plus 1 equals, the square will cancel the square root and you end up with y minus 2. Now, one more step, just move the negative 2 to the other side, then you'll end up with 2 plus or minus square root of x plus 1 equals y. And to indicate this is the inverse, we just write it as f to the negative 1 of x equals 2 plus or minus square root of x plus 1. Before you go, remember this. Finding the inverse of a quadratic is difficult for many students. Not because of algebra, but because they forget that a quadratic is not one-to-one. If you don't restrict the domain first, the inverse will not be a function. For this parabola, the domain must be restricted to either x is greater than or equal to 2 or x is less than or equal to 2, depending on which branch you're using. Once you understand that idea, inverse questions become much easier. And also, some students find completing the square difficult. If this video helped you, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment with another challenge math problem you'd like me to solve. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson.